Hi everyone, welcome to another edition of the Blissful Couples Corner. My name is Solange and I'm so excited to be here today. It's been a while, but here I am. I'm here today with another edition of the Blissful Couples Corner. Today we will be talking about signs of an abuser. Okay, today we'll be talking about signs of an abuser, and I just want to ask a quick question. Have you ever been in an abusive relationship? When did you realize it was abusive? And what did you do? How did you handle it? This is what we're going to be talking about today. It's a very sensitive topic. So please, as you come in, put your comments. That would be very important. It can help somebody. So before we go any further, I just want to tell you what has been happening behind the scene. Like I said, it's been a while. I've not been around, but here I am. We have I've been working with my team and, of course, my amazing coach, Gwen. And we have been working on some things that will be unfolding, like the Blissful Couples Corner retreat coming up in June. We're working also on our Shopify store. So we are having some things prepared for you guys. So even though you don't see me, I am doing something behind the scene for you all. And I'm so excited that we are here today. Before we continue, let's take a little shot. Just teeny break, 5 seconds, and we will go back to continue. Okay, statistics shows that 1 out of 3 women are being abused every time. That's the statistics. Now, 1 out of 4 men are being also abused or have experienced abusive relationships. Now, that tells you that abuse is not only about a woman's thing, though most of it is about women, but men also experience abuse from the hands of women, their spouses. So I just want to clear the air here that when we are talking about anything on the Blissful Couples Corner, unless we specify that it's specific for women, it applies to both genders. But we all know that women do suffer a lot of things more than men. And one of those is the abuse. Okay. Women suffer a lot of abuse more than men. That's just a sure fact. Because 43% of women, college age and all that, have reported being abused or experiencing abuse at one point in their dating experience. That is not funny. That is something very serious. But it's unfortunate that it is one of those things that is really taken lightly for some reason by the victims, because either they are scared or something is happening. But, well, we're going to see what we can talk about today and see how we can help anybody out there. So before we move further, you are watching the Blissful Couples Corner show, and my name is Soul Angel. I am the host of this amazing show. If this is your first time coming here, you are so welcome. You are home. Sorry about that. You are home. I'm sorry. Let me put this on a. 1 second. 1 second. I'm so sorry, ladies. Sorry about that. Let me put my phone on silence. Yeah, I was saying that you are watching the Blissful Couples Corner show. If this is your first time, you are so welcome. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel at the Blissful Couples Corner and follow us on YouTube. For right now, we don't have a specific day where I go live, but the days now is Saturday. Today I just did it on Sunday because I had an issue yesterday. I couldn't do it. But Saturday is 5 p.m. Eastern time. 6 p.m. Eastern time, 6 p.m. Eastern time and 5 p.m. Central time. That is our main show time weekly. but we can drop some videos anytime within the week, depending on my schedule, because I'm kind of tight. But yeah, last week it was amazing. I had a show, not a show, but I had a program. I was a speaker at an event, women empowerment, and we talked all about self-care. The video is on Facebook, and I'm gonna be uploading it on YouTube for those who don't have those who are not on Facebook. It was amazing. We talked about self-care as a woman, how to take care of yourself, because we are so busy. We have a lot of things in our brain, and one of those things, it just popped in my mind right now, is that in order for another way of taking care of yourself is try to be able to identify some of these things we're going to talk about today, some of these abusive tendencies. Okay, we need to take care of ourselves, ladies. We need to take care of ourselves so we can take care of these kids, we can take care of our families that we so much love. But that will be another topic of another day. But please, I urge you to watch the video. We just had some little tips. It was so amazing with these amazing women, ladies. There we had fun. So I have a snippet of the video on YouTube. You can check on my on Facebook for right now. You can check on my channel, my page. You're gonna see it right there. So let's dive into our topic for today. How to know that your partner is an abuser or a potential abuser. Okay, signs that you need to watch out for. But before we start, what is an abuse? When we say abuse, what is it all about? There's so many things, so many types of abuse. But basically, if you Google, you search an abuse, it is a behavior that can harm another person or an animal. But right now we're not talking about animals. Okay, we're talking about human beings. We're talking about persons. So these are patterns of behaviors that are used to gain or maintain power and control over another person. Okay, there are things, it is not, there are behaviors, because there are not things that are abstract. There are behaviors that we have, characteristics that we have, that we portray, that we do, we carry out to maintain or to have control over our partners. Okay, to have power over them, because that's basically the whole point. For you to be able to for you to be an abuser is because there is something that you're trying to get. There's an information you're trying to pass out. You're trying to express power, some sort of dominion over another person. So that is what typically happens. You want to control, you want to show that, hey, you are this, you are that, you are the one in control, you are the one dominating in your relationship. That is what abuse is all about. And there are several types, but today I just want us to talk about three main ones. Okay, then we'll go into the signs. We have physical abuse. Physical abuse is the behaviors that will inflict pain, like physical pain on you, slapping you, hitting you, punching you, squeezing you. What other thing? Using weapon. They can threaten you with weapon, strangulate you. So many things they can do. You can be with your partner in the house, and he will just, he can just hit the wall out of anger, and so those are things. And they can beat you up and stuff like that. That is physical. They inflict pain on you that we can see. Blue or black eye. You go to work the next day, you see a colleague with black eye. Maybe maybe the husband or the boyfriend hit her or slapped her on the eye, and she had a black eye. When you ask her, oh no, I just had whatever, because they will not want to say it, because it's embarrassing anyways. So nobody really wants to talk about that. So yeah, physical pain on you. Okay, physical pain on you is what is physical abuse. Any kind of physical abuse, being beating you, doing whatever. Another type of abuse is emotional. This one is so common. Okay, emotional abuse, because this emotional abuse is something that if you don't really and pay attention, it may really slide past you by. It may really slide because it is something that it's something that you can say it by words, verbally, because that's another form of abuse too. Verbal abuse, they will insult you. So emotional abuse, they will seek to control you on your on whatever, everything you do. They will call you names. There's certain things that when they call you or when they do to you, it doesn't inflict any physical pain on you, but the emotional pain, what you feel inside can be so killing, can just kill you. Okay. You feel this huge pain inside, like how you start asking yourself, why did this person say this kind of thing? Imagine that somebody that you say you love calls you, look at this fat, ugly thing. Look at you, you can't even dress, you can't even this. What do you think you are? So that is somebody that you love, but the person is like throwing such words at you. So it is really, really, really damaging. Okay. Another form of abuse is sexual. Okay. Sexual abuse, of course, we all know what is sexual abuse, but I want us to know that it's not only about the sexual act itself, but behaviors that are sexual but may not lead to sex, right? It's not only about rape, it's not only about forcing you to have sex with you, but there are other things. For example, you can have a partner that they want to do, they call this thing what? How do you call this thing? Is it trial, where they say people, your partner may want you to have sex with 2 3 people? That's crazy. But if you are in a relationship that your partner is forcing you to do that, that's an abuse. Okay? Or your partner is taking advantage that you are in your drunken state. He knows that, hey, I'm not cut off to say I don't want sex right now, but he takes advantage. If every time you're drunk and whatever, and then gives it, that's a sexual abuse. Anything sexuality that is out of your will, that is a sexual abuse. I don't want us to go into details about other types of abuse. We have verbal and so many others, but these three, they are good because under emotional, verbal abuse will give you emotional pain. They will insult you here, they can insult you here, and because of the insult, excuse me, that you're having, that you're getting those words, they inflict some emotional pain in you seriously. Okay. And like I said, emotional abuse is always like subtle. They're always like, you if you don't pay attention, you can't really see it, because you may think that, oh, this guy is just joking. Meanwhile, it is not a joke. You have to pay attention and see how and see those patterns. Okay. Pay attention. Please, as you come in, tell us where you're logging in from, and tell us your name, who you are, and please chip in something. Write a comment about this topic. Tell us your experience. Have you ever been in an abusive relationship? Tell us whether you had some signs. How did you know about it? And when you discovered it, what did you do? Please, it's important that you do this, that you put your comments, because somebody may be out there in such a relationship seeing all those signs, but they may not know that those are signs of an abuser. So please, it is important, drop your comments as you come in. So quickly, we're going to go right straight into the signs that you are in an abusive relationship, or the signs that your partner, your boyfriend, and today I want us to know that we are trying to target it right from the dating process. So how do you know? How do you know? How are the signs that you have to look for when you are in that relationship? When you are dating that guy, when you're dating that girl, what are you supposed to be looking at to identify or to know that, hey, this person can be an abuser or a potential abuser if I have to stay in this relationship? Like I said, abusing is not only about a man, or the women are not the only victims. There are men that go through abuse in the hands of women. So let's not take that for granted. Okay. So we are focusing on knowing how we can identify these things, these red flags, right from the dating process, so that we even stop whatever thing we have started before we get into a situation where we cannot handle. Okay, I always say that a broken engagement is better than a broken marriage. So if you see some things in a relationship that is still in the dating process, whether he has given you the ring or not, hey, if your life depends on it, you need to divorce, or let me not say divorce, break that relationship. Okay, it's better to break the relationship there than to end up in a marriage where you may have kids, and at the end of the day, you see that you have to divorce at that point because your life is at stake and your kids' life at stake, and it becomes so complex. We don't want to go into that. It becomes so complex. Yeah. So let us focus now on seeing how we can identify those things and stop them. Who is here? Olive, thank you so much, sweetie. Thank you for joining. Please put your comments, write your comments on this topic, Mama. Write your comments and give us your idea. Give us what you think that you can chip in to help somebody out there. Okay, like I said, this is a family. We are a family. We don't care where you are, whether you're logging in from Germany, from Britain, South Africa, wherever you're logging in from. We are here to share knowledge. I don't know all. I do my research, and you can give something to somebody out there that will help the person. You never can tell. You never can tell. There are so many stories that when I talk to my clients, I hear, and it's just like heartbreaking. Okay. So your knowledge, your experience can be of help to somebody. Barbara, thank you so much, sis, for joining. Thank you. Please chip in your comments. So now let us go to the signs. Okay. Red flags. I call them red flags because there are things that if you miss them, you get in trouble. Okay. And most of the time those things are missed. Number one, if you are in a relationship, you are dating a guy or a lady that is so jealous, extreme jealousy is a problem. It indicates insecurity. How do you know this person doesn't want you? He claims, and the jealousy comes as they claim that they love you too much. They don't want you to go anywhere. They question your every relationship with anybody. You're on the phone. Who are you talking to? You talk to a friend, maybe in the mall. Let me take a situation in Cameroon, in Africa generally, right? You talk to a friend. Who is that? You talk to anybody. Who is that? You're on the phone. Who are you talking to? Your every move is being monitored. And when you ask the question, what is this thing that every time I want to talk, well, I'm just being jealous. I'm just being careful. I don't want nobody to take my man. I don't want nobody to take my woman. Hello? The fact that I'm talking to somebody on the phone doesn't mean that someone's going to take me. The fact that I see a brother on the street when we are strolling, I say, hey, brother, we discuss. It doesn't mean that brother is going to take me. Okay? You don't want the person, you are in a relationship and your partner does not want you to work. The partner does not want you to go to church. He doesn't want you to associate with anybody. When he sees you anywhere, he's just jealous. He's nervous every time you're around somebody. That extreme jealousy that you cannot even explain. Sometimes you ask yourself that, what is it? Let me tell you, I had that experience. I always say, sometimes the best teachers, the best teacher is when you have the experience, right? I had this guy when I was dating. Initially, it was like, oh, that was love. Okay. He loved me too much. But the thing is, I started noticing it because it became too much. Initially, I thought it was okay. When we go to a party and anybody dances with me, it will not make 2 minutes. He will arrive there and stand there. Hey, can I dance with my lady? Can I take my woman back? And in such a polite manner. Okay. It's such a polite, until my friends were like, this your guy, nobody can dance with you, this your guy, and they were even appreciating it. So this guy love you, this guy can die for you. And initially it was okay for me, right? Me, I'm the kind of person that I'm free, right? I'm not kind of like, I don't know how I can put it. If I'm dating you, it doesn't mean it doesn't limit me from doing anything. Or if we go to a party, you're my boyfriend or whatever, it doesn't mean that I have to dance only with you. No, I came to have fun. So long as I'm not doing anything wrong, I don't think that it should be a problem. So this thing started like that. Initially, it was okay. Oh, hell, this guy, I know that he loves me too much. Maybe that's why he's acting like that. But guess what? This attitude continued. And it became just one day, I realized that it went out of hand. Because every time when I greet this person, he would be like, oh, who was that, sweetie? Who was that? Suddenly I'll be like, oh, that's my brother in church. This. Oh, this is my this. Oh, this is when you have a call, you'll be like, oh, what are you talking about? He will ask it in such a polite way. Oh, who was that on the phone? And you just answer like, oh, he's been concerned. Not until it got done on me one day, I'm like, but hold on, what is this thing that they keep asking me questions and answers all time, every time I'm having question and answer sessions? One day, when after visiting him, I was coming back home. We were just strolling because our house was not far. We're just strolling, and I saw this brother. This is my brother in church. We're in the same youth group, and it was like, hey, and the brother was even living close to him. So I greeted him. Oh, brother, he was asking me, oh, sorry, I heard you lost your, because I lost my aunt. Or how was the burial? You guys came back. Sorry, my condolences and whatever. So we just stood there. He was my boyfriend at that time was there, standing just like close by, but just waiting for me. So I discussed with that my brother for about 5 minutes, because I hadn't seen him for like weeks, because he didn't see me in the group. So I was explaining to him. So after that, he was like, who was that? Then the thing is that day, the way he asked it, like, it was like arrogant, like, hey, why are you that serious? He's like, who is that? So jokingly, I'm like, now all my way is supposed to know. That's the answer I gave. I said, now all my is supposed to know. You know my brother. I said, that's my brother. He said, which brother? I said, now all my brother that you know. So, and I was just saying it jokingly. So he was like, are you kidding me? Did you just answer me like that? I said, yes. Is it all my brothers that you know? I said, I bet let's go. Let me go arrest you. Just like that. Before I knew it, he pulled me. I am talking to you. I said, who is that? I looked left and right. It was even like 8 p.m. I'm like, are we serious here? Then I asked him, like, are you serious now? He said, yes, I'm serious. Who is that? Me too, with my stubbornness. I'm like, okay, if that is how you want to do it, I will not tell you. It's not all of my relatives that you know, all of my friends or brothers that you know. I said I will not say anything. So I said, then I told him, if you don't want to go see me off, please let me go. So, oh, Jesus, this is something that when I say that laugh bird is something that marked me. Okay. And that was the day I made a decision that come rain, come storm, there is no way I can end up with this guy. Because when I said that and I crossed the road to the other side to take Okada, to take a bike to go home, because I was already pissed off. The guy told that Okada man, if you move from there, you and I will be in trouble. And because of the Okada guy, I told the Okada, are you kidding? I said, my friend, move. I'm the one paying you here. The guy was like, no, mama, je veux pas le problème. The guy came and put me down from that bike. I got so pissed, right? So because of that, when he held my hand, I like took my hand away from him. Then I started moving. Before I knew it, he turned me around. Before that time, that turning around was coming. Slap was following that turning around. Jesus. Oh my goodness. Listen, like I stood for like 30 seconds looking at him, like, then I was perplexed. I was imagining like what just happened. I was trying to understand like what just happened here. Was I just, did somebody just slap me? Like, it was like I was dreaming. Okay. There and there, I knew that over my dead body, will I marry? Because I had, when I was growing up, there are certain things that I said like standards. Any man that will ever raise a finger on me, I don't care how you are, I will never marry you. Because I know that if you do that once, there is high probability that you will do that, because that is a character that is in you. So when he did that, I asked him, did you slap me? And he said, I will slap you again if you don't tell me who that person is. And I said that, hey, I will not tell you who the person is. So you can go ahead and slap. And I told him, as I'm standing here, I don't ever want to set my eyes on you. I don't even want to talk about characteristic abusers. There and there, it became somebody else's personality change, mood swing. He started begging and crying. I said, listen, if I see you. So I just took my cap. I don't even take basically because I don't know whether he would have pulled me from that Okada again. So I just took my cap. I said, please drop me and let me go. He called my phone. I told him that if I dare see you, and let me tell you something, abusers, they have a way. We'll talk about, they have a cycle. If they beg you here, you will know that tomorrow, that repentance, that Jesus Christ has come. You know, that was the first thing. But as we ladies are, we don't think. They'll come and beg you and beg you and beg you and you. So that was my experience. I don't know what is your experience. If you have such an experience, it may not be this one. It may be something else. Share it. Jealousy is something. I was like, oh no, you know, I love you so much. That's the reason I'm so scared. I don't want to lose you. You don't want to lose me for what? What do you mean by I don't want to lose me? By doing what you're doing, instead when you do that, you are scaring me the hell out. So jealousy, extreme jealousy, please let's not get it confused with love, because they will always use the name of love. Is because I did that because I loved you. I love you so much. That's why I'm doing that. I love you. I want to spend time with you. I'm scared. You know, all these men here, or they may just snatch you. Are you some rack or some whatever that they can just see and just kidnap you and go with? No. So let's avoid all those complaints, all those things in the name of jealousy, in the name of love. Please, that is one sign that you should not even afford to miss. Do not ignore any of those signs. Because spending time with your friends is a problem. Every time you are on a call is a problem. So jealousy, it's okay for you to be jealous that, oh, I don't want my boyfriend to be whatever. I don't want my wife. And it goes the same, okay? For a woman, it's the same thing. You don't want a man to be, you are so jealous. You check the man's every move. You are on the phone. Every time you want to check what is going on. No, don't do that. That is a sign of an abuser. Extreme jealousy. Before you know it, those little things, he has started beating you. He slaps you. They say, oh no, I'm just jealous. I just love you so much. You want to talk with somebody, he has interrupted. You want to talk with somebody, who is that? Those are signs you have to look out for. Because if you keep them, you don't watch it, tomorrow those things is going to change into something else. I just told you my story. That is a real life story. It is not movie. The second thing is that they have a controlling behavior. Okay, they want to control you. Okay, in the sense that you are in a relationship, every decision should be made by him or by her, whoever the controlling one is. Okay, they want to decide everything. Oh, babe, we have to go for dinner today. Oh, no. I think I have something today. Can we go tomorrow or can we go next week? Oh, babe, I was thinking I think that this would be a better idea. So every decision comes from them. They control everything. What you wear. It's okay for you to control, for somebody to control what you wear. It's not like controlling, but like have a say. Like, for example, if your boyfriend or your spouse is going somewhere, your husband or your wife is going somewhere, and they come, hey honey, this is what I have today. What do you think about it? They'll be like, I think this one is not good. Can you change the color or something? That is different. Okay, that is different. It is different from you dressing up, looking so good, and come. I mean, some of us when we dress, we know we look good now. You're like, what is that? So are you going to show off yourself? Are you going to show that you're single? Don't you know you're in a relationship? Or don't you know you're married? My friend, go and change that thing. Go and change that thing. Put something decent. Meanwhile, the dress is decent. Oh. Meanwhile, the dress is decent. you know, but they want you to go because what? They want to control everything. They are scared. That's a characteristic. They're scared. Oh, you look good. They don't want you to go out there. Oh, somebody may see you. Or this may, oh my God. They want to control everything. Who you talk to, like I said before. You have a date night with your friends, girls. Now, I don't want you to go there. I don't trust those girls. I don't know what they'll be discussing. I don't know what they may tell you. I don't know what they may do. I don't know because they are scared that somebody may be an eye opener for you there. Same thing with men. Women don't want to, because you're dating a guy or you're married to a man, you don't want that man to hang out again with guys. For what? For what now? You want to control everything. Like we said, abuse is not only physical, it's emotional. Imagine that you have dressed and you come and stand there and you know that everything is top and they wash you down. My friend, go take that thing off. Why you have that kind of makeup like? Wait, who are you going to show? Look at how you're dressed. And I'm not going with you. Who do you want to see you? Who are you going to see? Who you want to show off today when I'm not there? Must you be there? You must not be there. My sister say control freaks. Yeah. Telling your partner how to dress is not really a bad idea. It's like helping decide the outfit that looks. Yes, that is help. That's what I started by explaining that when you're dressing, like the other day, my husband was going out. That was yesterday. He had an occasion, an event to go to that was invited. When he dressed, he came back. Anyway, he knows he cannot even dress and go out with me. If he doesn't ask me, I will say it, right? He came and said, "Hey, babe, what do you think?" And I looked at him, I'm like, okay, go change this one, look for this color and put on this one, do this, do that, do that. That does not mean I'm controlling him. No, I'm just helping him to look good. I'm just helping him to combine or to bring together the idea he has for dressing. It's not like he doesn't know how to dress. It's not like I'm like, how can I change that thing? Some of your partners, they want you to go out looking crazy. That's the reason. They don't want you to go out looking nice because they are scared something may happen. They are scared somebody else will see you. What rubbish is that? Okay? Control everything you do. To the extent, so we'll control your finances. They will tell you how much you make. Let me know. I need to know your account. I need to know this. I need to know that. I need to now. No. That if you start saying patterns like that, my sister, my brother, those are red flags that you cannot ignore. Those are red flags that you can't. You want to go to the grocery store, or when you leave the house, they say, okay, oh, honey, I'm going to the store, or honey, I'm going wherever. Oh, okay, you want to go to the grocery store? Okay, I'll see you in a bit. They look at the time. Okay, what time is it? 7:09. They start looking at their time. They are waiting. Looking at their time, they're waiting. Very soon they call you. Hey, babe, what's the hold up? Why you don't hear? I'm seeing this in the grocery store. They just get upset. You are still in the grocery store doing what? I mean, from here to there, from here to Walmart, or from here to Costco, or from here to this, wherever you went to, it's 15 minutes. So if you go there 15 minutes and you want to pick whatever you want to pick for 30 minutes and pay and come back, and that's 1 hour. But you've been there for more than an hour. You've been there for about 2 hours. That is the problem. Control everything. So let us watch out. That is another sign. Those little things. Some of you think that, oh, my husband, or my boyfriend, when I go a little place, he doesn't want, hey, this boy cannot stay without me for a second. Oh my God. And you are happy that is love. That is not love. It is different from you being somewhere, you go somewhere and you've been a while, maybe a party or so, and you want to just check up on your boyfriend or your husband or your wife, your girlfriend. Like, hey babe, how's the event going? Everything going well? Well, I was just checking up on you. Hope you're having fun. I'll be going to bed now or something. Just shoot me a text or call me when you're on your way back or so. Let me just know you're safe. That is totally different. That is totally different. That's not what we're talking about here. It is different from you being at work or being at school and your husband or your wife or your boyfriend, girlfriend calls you, say, hey, babe, how's school going on today? How's work going on? I was just checking up on you. Hope you're having a nice day. I miss you and all that. That is different. Okay, that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about the one that I mean, when you see someone that's obsessed, that's obsession. You already know. Okay, so let us be mindful. My sister, some of our ladies will still not listen because they want to get married at all costs. The problem is not marriage. This thing married, right? I understand what you're saying, Wolf, and you are so right. Because you may see all those signs glaring, and somebody may tell you that, hey, honey, be careful. This pattern I'm saying is not good. Okay. Sometimes the victims in their spirit, they know that no, this what this man is doing is not good. But they still cannot detach, just like my sister said, because they want to get married at all costs. But think for a minute. You want to get married at all costs. Do you want a marriage that will last? Or you want a marriage that you will get in, then you cannot bear in, get out? The problem is not getting married though. Marriage, that ceremony, that engagement ring, oh my, he gave me a ring. I said yes. That's marriage ceremony that we come and we celebrate you. Whether white girl, we come there to see your beautiful gown, your decoration, and everything. After that, we go home, we eat, we drink, we go home. We dance with you, we give you the blessing, we go home. But in that house, you are the one who knows what is happening in that house. So it is not about the marriage, it is about the journey. Don't look at the container, look at the content. What is the content? What is in that marriage? What does it hold for you? What is your vision in that marriage? Is your vision just to have a wedding and then after 2 weeks, after a year, after 2, 3 years, you divorce? If that's your vision, then you can neglect that, because if you see these things and you don't address them, you ignore them, you get in marriage, and these things become full blown, and your partner becomes a full-blown abuser, and you are in a full-blown abusive relationship. My sister, my brother, it is difficult to come out. We have seen situations that if your life is at risk, they warn you, if you go out, you die. So I understand what you're saying, and you are very right. The problem is not getting married. The problem is staying married. And not only staying married, though, staying happily married. That is the problem. Not staying in a marriage that you look like you every day you are in heartbreak, every day you are scared, like you're in prison, like you're in a war zone. No, that should not be your vision. It shouldn't be your vision. We want to get married, but we also want to stay alive and enjoy the marriage with the kids. Okay? So let us watch these behaviors. Extreme jealousy, control freak. No, you can have that. You can those are signs that we should not miss. And you will probably start seeing those signs, you start seeing them, most of them, you start seeing them in your dating relationship, especially those relationships that have gone for a long time. Years. Some people date for like 5, 6, 10 years. I dated my husband for more than about 10 years before got married. I knew my husband was like 10 years before got married. So I had all the time to see those things, because you can only hide for so much, right? You can only hide your character. It's something that is your character. It's like pregnancy. If you like, you hide pregnancy for how many months? Maybe the first 3 months. Some people cannot even hide for first 3 months because they'll have morning sickness. They'll have this. Some people cannot hide anything because their face will start swelling, whatever thing. So pregnancy, whether you say you are hiding it or you tie your top, it will come out. Even if you say, no, my face is just swelling or I'm just being fat, that stomach will come out and they'll see it. So character is like pregnancy. You cannot hide it though. You can't. So it will come out one day. They can conceal it, but it will come out. That's why some people, when they get in this relationship, this dating thing is so sweet. Before they know it, 6 months, they are married. Down the line, what happens? They realize that, hey, there's so many things they didn't know. But if they can work it out, fine. If they cannot work it out, some people fall apart. Okay. There's no formula, there's no time frame, there's no formula, or there's no time to say that, hey, what is the appropriate time for me to date somebody before I get married? Some people see each other today. Love at first sight. First sight has existed for some people, right? They see each other, they fall in love, they have their money, they get married within 3 months because they have their money. Some people have love at first sight, but they didn't have money, so they had to date for a while. So they have to prepare themselves. So it just depends. Okay. Another thing you want to look at is people if your partner is the one that he likes to choose your friends for you. He likes to choose who you have to be with. Hey, I don't like this, your friend. Sometimes it's okay. It's not, you have to be very careful to distinguish that, okay? Because as a partner, you may see a friend, you may see your husband's friend or your boyfriend's friend or whatever. You can have a friend, one your partner's friend that you say, hey, I don't like the this guy's spirit does not work with me, or this lady's spirit does not work with me. And you can see that, hey, it's right. The attitude is not really good. There are certain things that are not right. Okay. It is different from your partner telling you, oh, I don't want you to go anywhere. You will not go to church. I don't want you anywhere around anybody. The person isolates you in the house. You are under house arrest. Anywhere you want to go, he has to be there. You want to go to grocery store, oh, he is there. You want to go to visit a friend, oh baby, I'll be there. I'll just wait for you in the car. You are going to church, oh, he's not going to church, but he will sit in the car, wait for you to come out. You want to go he is there telling you. That is a sign. Do not ignore it. Jealousy is packed inside. Controlling is a way to control you, to control your every move, isolate you, keep you away from people that will give you, that will talk sense in your head. Because since he's doing all these crazy things to you, he's afraid that, or she is afraid that you go out there, somebody may enlighten you, somebody may give you some knowledge. I'll be like, hey, what have I been doing? So they don't want you to meet anybody. You're always in the house. You're always in the shadows, in his shadows. He's always there. I say, oh no, I love you so much. I don't want to, I just want you around me all the time. Which one be I just want you around me all the time? Now you born me. Even my father who gave birth, my mother who gave birth to me, she let me go to get married. So is it you that you come and be around me all the time? For what now? So let us look at those things. Okay. Let's take a 5 minutes break and come back. Please, as you come in, you are watching the Blissful Couples Corner show. Put in your comments, your experiences on this topic, because it may help somebody. And as you watch, please pump those hearts. Pump, 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 pump. If you're getting values from this, please pump the hearts. Okay. Okay. Let's take 5 seconds of break and we will be back. All right, all right, all right. You are watching the Blissful Couples Corner show. I am your host, Soul and John, and I'm so excited to have you here today. We are talking about identifying or signs that your partner, be it your boyfriend or girlfriend, may be an abuser, potential abuser, or is an abuser. We don't want you to miss the signs as you are in your dating relationship. The goal here is that we want to build long-lasting marriages. So there are certain things that we want to look when we are dating, so that we will avoid those things, or we trim off those, if possible, cut off those, break those relationships, build another relationship, and get married to somebody else. Because your dream man may just be an abuser, and when you get married to the person, what happens? That will be crazy. With that, Hattie Julie, Hattie, thank you for joining, Mama. You're so welcome. You're welcome. Put your comments. So, like I was saying, please, your comments are very important to us. Put it there so that it can help somebody. The next thing I want us to talk about here today is look at the person's past history. Please, when you date somebody, don't just blind your eye to that you were the first woman. I don't care whether you were first or whatever, but try to do some research, do some homework about the guy. Okay. Sometimes they will even tell you, oh, I had this relationship. This girl was so crazy. She drove me crazy. One time I even had to lay my hands on her, but because she pushed me, she did this, she did, always trying to lay blames. She did this, she did that. Okay, I may tell you that, oh, it's because of the lady. So what is because of the lady? It means that you have anger issues. You can't control your anger. Okay, you have outburst. So do your homework. Check about the past history, past relationships. Was the man or the woman, did the man ever abuse? Did he ever beat? Was there any emotional abuse? Was there any abuse, any form of abuse in his character when he was dating another person? You can always find out, do your research. And sometimes, like I said, the person will tell you. And if you see those tendencies, know that you may see those signs again. And then you have to be extremely careful and open your eyes wide so you can identify those things. Okay. Yep. So the next thing, they will threaten you. They will threaten you with things. Oh, Jesus Christ, my God. Lord, have mercy. I thank God for my life, okay? They will threaten you. Sometimes they will tell you that if I cannot have you, nobody else can have you. That was what somebody told me one time. If I can't have you, nobody will have you. Can you imagine if you cannot have me, another person will have? So you are telling me that you are my God. You are my God, that you created me. Even God who created me, he gave me to my earthly parents and gave them the ability to raise me up. Then he blessed them that they should give me to another man to take care of me. Then somebody is telling me that if they cannot have me, nobody else will have me. Sometimes they will tell you, oh, if I cannot have you, then I'll kill you and kill myself. Don't take those threats for granted, please. Sometimes we see those things when they say those things, we are like, oh no, that's too much love. What kind of love is that? Love does not threaten. There's room for communication. Communicate. If there's a problem, talk about it. Don't threaten somebody. Don't threaten another person's life. If I can't have you, nobody can have you. For what? That is a threat. And it is not something that you should take lightly. It's not a joke. Even if they are saying it in a joking way, it's not a joke. Because when you leave them, then you will see that what they were saying, they were not joking. So those things are things that you need to be watching out for. Some little comments, those are abuses. Those are both physical, emotional abuse. They will tell you. See, imagine that you are with somebody and you guys you're just having a conversation and maybe watching a movie, and something happens, or maybe one of the scenes in the movie, a girl abandons the boyfriend, and he just turns and tells you that, if you do this kind of thing with me, it's not going to happen. If I can't have you, I'm not going to be like this guy. Nobody else will have you. Don't take it for granted. Don't take it for granted. Don't take it lightly. It's not fun. Okay. So watch out for violent threats. Watch out for words that come out like as if they're joking. They are not joking. Those are things that those are the red flags that when you see, right, you have to be. It's not like when you see them, it's eminent that, okay, no, you have to step out of the relationship. It's telling you that, hey, start having room for communication. Like, you know what, babe, I don't like this attitude. I don't like this thing. I don't want this happening again because you're scaring me with this kind of attitude. If there is anything, let's have an open communication about it. Let's have an open conversation about it, rather than you doing this, doing that, doing that. I'm not comfortable with it. So we are not saying that when you see it like that, just pack your things and go. No, give room for communication, give room for peace. Okay, talk about it. And it's something you have to observe for a while, then before you make a decision on her. Am I safe in this relationship? Is it okay for me to continue? Okay. So it's not something that you just see one thing and you say, hey, but we are just saying that those are things you should be watching. Yes. Another thing is observe their pattern of behavior. There is a typical pattern of an abuser. If you are in a relationship and your partner is fond of hurting you somehow, be it physical, emotional, or sexually, and after that, he comes to you begging as though he is dying, that is a typical sign of an abuser, and that cycle repeats all the time. So he will hurt you come back, beg for forgiveness, beg you. You are everything that they have. If you leave them, they will die. They cannot live without you. I cannot breathe without you. You are my energy. You are my oxygen. You are my life. You are my up. You are my down. You are my soul. So. That is the pattern. Then after that pattern, it's not up to how many days or whatever. They come back again with the abuse, something else again to hurt you. Then they will bring you flowers, they will bring you gifts, they will bring everything to make peace, and they will promise you heaven and earth that they will never repeat what they ever did again. But the next minute they're doing the same thing. Most swings, and they can cry. Oh, they will cry here. I mean, cry. I'm not saying that they will cry tears. These abusers, they can cry. They can beg. So watch out for those signs. This pattern, if you see this pattern in a relationship, in your partner, hey, be very careful. That is a typical cycle of an abuser. They have the abuse, they'll hurt you. They have the forgiveness, they'll come and beg. Then it goes back again and the cycle continues. They'll promise you that they will change, but they will not change. Next time, we're going to talk about the signs, things that you will see that will make you know that this man will not change, okay? Or this woman will not change, it will continue. That will be another thing for next week, probably, that we'll talk about and how you can help these people, because we are running out of time. Next week, we're going to talk about how you can help someone who is being abused and how to know that this person, the abuser, cannot change, okay? So those are the things that I want us to see today. Burst of anger. You see people just get angry and they hit the wall. Like I said, I've had this experience. Extreme jealousy, controlling. You know, it did not really occur to me. It's just that when I was growing up as a young girl, I was that kind of person that when I take my decision, I have taken my decision. I don't care whether it hurts you or it doesn't hurt you. If I know that it's my own good, I do it. The day I made a decision to walk out of that relationship, it was not easy. It was not an easy decision to make. I was in hiding. It was not an easy decision to make. Okay. Truly, the love is there. The guy probably will love you genuinely, but the attitude is the problem. Burst of anger. Somebody will get angry with you. At one time, he was so angry that he punched the wall and he was bleeding. Imagine that punch had touched me. I should have been dead too. I should have been dead from the slap. And like I said, an abuser will beg. I told you the story from the beginning that I was slapped because somebody asked me for something. He asked me, who is this? I said, I'm not telling you. And I was slapped because of that. He came back. I always tell you the cycle of an abuser is the same. He came back begging. And of course, I forgave and we moved on. But one thing I took from that day, that there was no way I was ever going to marry you, because I had made my decision that anybody that will lay a finger on me, I will not. Okay. And did it happen again? Yes, it did. After all that begging, it still happened. And after it happened again, there was another begging. Oh, it will never happen. Swear heaven and earth. So that is the cycle. Not until I came to America that I realized that, hey, even back then I had known that, because I was going to nursing school, I saw those patterns, but it still didn't like, you know. But when I came here, I was watching all these movies and my brain was like kind of like really open. I'm like, okay, this is really serious. And there's so many back home, they don't even know they're going through that. They need help, but they don't know. Okay. So anger, all those things are the signs. There are so many we can't discuss here today. Birds, those are the things, those are the common ones that you see. Extreme jealousy. Somebody want to control everything, where you are, who you are talking to, everything. They are they promise, they threaten you on things. Check their past history. How were they? Okay. How were they? They have this cycle, this abuser cycle. They hurt you, they beg you, they hurt you, they beg you, promise you heaven and earth that they will not hurt you again. Okay. They want to keep you away from other people. They may not have all these signs. One person may not have all these signs. but they will have some core ones that you will see. Controlling, jealousy, all those things, you will see them. So today, that's what we talked about. Just a recap, check for the red flags: jealousy, extreme control over you, what I call control freak, making you, isolating you from every other person, um, violent threats. If you leave me, nobody else will have you. Leave me, I'll kill you or kill myself. And they are so obsessed with anger, burst of anger. They punch things, they destroy things in the house. They are angry, they destroy things in the house. That destruction can come to you. It can be you, it can be your face that somebody destroyed like that. So let us, ladies, I know that we have love for our boyfriend, spouses, but let us watch so that we don't die. Don't die in the relationship. Don't die because of a man, no, or a woman. No one created you, and no one deserves you to die because of them. So take care of yourself. So we're going to end here today. Next week, we'll continue with this series on other aspect, how to help somebody, how you can help, be of help to somebody who has been abused, and some signs to show that an abuser will not change or may not change. Okay. We'll talk about that next week. Just a couple of things. If you're signing in, you have not yet signed subscribe to my page, please do that. Do me a favor and go to YouTube and subscribe on the Blissful Couples Corner. Set the notification button so that you get our episodes, and please follow us on Facebook, okay, and YouTube. Share to your friends, share to your family members. Let's grow the family. Let me just echo again that I am preparing a couples retreat coming June. By God's grace, that's going to be an in-person thing. It's going to be all packed with good stuff, which I'm going to reveal to you as we go ahead. And also, I'm working on the Blissful Couples Couple online store. We're going to have a lot of things, hair accessories, and so many other good things come in up. Okay, so I love you all so much. I wish you a blissful week coming ahead. Okay. And until then, I remain your humble host, Soul Angel. Thank you so much. Mwah.